Alright, so Cursor dropped this new update, the Cursor 2.2 version, a few days back, and I have been using it, and this is a real game changer on top of the previous update that we got, which was Cursor 2. But today I wanted to talk in specific about this particular feature, which is the browser layout and style editor. So let me click on announcement. So basically Cursor has just added a visual editor straight inside the IDE. So now you can basically click on any element, drag stuff around, change colors, fonts, spacing, typography, and you basically have Figma level controls but straight inside your editor. And the crazy part is you just click on apply and the AI just makes the code changes for you, and there is no hallucination or anything else. So today I'm going to walk you through this entire feature because I totally love this, and other AI visual builders like Lovable already had this feature since the past 6 to 7 months, but now having it inside Cursor really changes the way that you build UI. Okay, so this is the landing page that we built in the last video. So the Opus 4.5 video, if you want to check that out, I will link it in the description. So pretty decent landing page, not very extraordinary, but yeah, this was like a single prompt and I was able to get the entire web app front end done. So if I click on get started, you can see it has this pretty cool looking dashboard. We have dark theme, etc. But yeah, more on this in the previous video. So let me show you how this feature exactly works and what problem it exactly solves. Okay, so before this update, if you wanted to make a small UI change, you had to open a new chat, write a whole prompt explaining what you want. So let's say I want to change the positioning of this particular text. So I would have to go inside the agent. I would have to tell Cursor that this is the heading that I want to, let's say, bring 2 levels down. Then I will have to prompt it entirely and then it will make the changes, which took a lot of effort. Not a lot, but still it was some extra work. Now let's say you have this grid and you want to change the layout of this grid. So now you want only 2 rows, so a 2 by 2 grid. Then you would have to go and select this inside Cursor. You have to tell Cursor that this is the grid that you're talking about and what changes you want to make. But now, thanks to the visual editor feature, if you click on this button, you will get this select button, and this is from previous updates only. This is nothing new. But now if we click on this, then this is the new thing that Cursor has added. So as you can see everything inside it. So basically the layout. So right now this is the free form. You can click on the column and it will turn it into a column. You can click on row and will turn it into a single row. You can also convert it into a grid, and then you can select the kind of grid that you want. So let's say I want a 1 by 2 grid, 3 by 2 grid. If I click on enter, it will give me this new grid, right? So Cursor has made it really easy for you to now make changes to your UI without prompting it at all. You can also drag and drop it. So let's say I want to drag this up. What I can do is I can just click on it. I can drag it down here and it will just come down here. Let me also show you that how you can change the font. So let's say I want to now change the font of this particular heading. So if I click on this font thing, you will be able to see all of the fonts that we have, and from straight inside Cursor only, without any prompting, you can select the prompt that you like. So let's say I like enter. Okay, so I can just click on enter and it will automatically change the font of that particular heading. Similarly, you can play around with the background, like if you want to change the color of it, you can just go into this color selector and change the background. You can add shadow and blur and the border, etc. So this previously used to take like 5 to 10 minutes. Now I'm talking about like 2 weeks back, but back in the day, like 2 to 3 years back, it used to take a lot of time because you had to know all of the tailwind classes that you were working with. You had to go into the code base, you had to change in tailwind classes, experiment with, etc. But yeah, as compared to a week before as well, it is now much faster, and with just a single click, you can change whatever UI you want to change inside a web app. So now what you have to do is you just have to click on apply and it will automatically send all of the changes to the agent, and that will make it happen. As simple as that. So I would say pretty amazing. And now I want to explain that why exactly am I so hyped about this. So the first thing is speed, like I said. So small UI tweaks that used to take like 5 to 10 minutes now take like 30 seconds. And that adds up fast when you're building an MVP or doing any client work. The second would be precision. You get exactly what you want. No AI interpretation, no hallucination. You can select exactly the button that you want to change by, and you can then tell it exactly the changes that you want. There won't be any issues. There won't be any hallucination. If you are talking about this particular button, Cursor will go ahead and change only this button. It won't make any changes to this particular button. And the third part is the flow state. I mean, if you are used to using Figma, now that isn't required anymore. especially if you're building an MVP, you stay only inside Cursor. You are not jumping between Figma and your editor and your browser. Everything is in one place. I mean, this is your code editor, you have the browser inside it, you also have the Figma-like features inside it. So this really, helps you in not switching tools, and you can just stay inside a Cursor editor and do everything from inside here. Okay, so when exactly to use it? So now, to be clear, this isn't a replacement for proper design systems or full redesigns, obviously, but it's perfect for quick styling fixes, layout adjustments, client calls where they want to see the changes live. So yeah, this is something that I did yesterday only. So we were in a client call, and they were suggesting changes. So at the same time, I was just able to take the select element. I was able to click on the buttons, and I was able to show them that this is exactly how it would look like. So client really appreciates this. So this is all something that you can do. And at the end, once everything is done and you have to refine the UI one last time before you hand over it to the client, you can make the changes right inside Cursor. So yeah, I mean, that's Cursor's new visual editor. There are other features as well that I really love from Cursor, but will be covering them in the later videos. So like the debug mode, really amazing. The plan mode has been improved a lot, but all of this will come in the future videos. We'll do these short 6 to 7 minutes video in the upcoming days so that I could cover the entire update. Thank you so much for watching.